Yes, yes. Welcome to today's episode. Now, the thing is this. I've always loved talking about some few teams like Red Bull, like Mercedes, like Ferrari. But there's a team you can't just stop talking about because of the amazing things they are doing. Now, I'm going to talk about this beautiful team, talking about Red Bull. My name is Ashfes Oluwadamilare. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as Formula One Column Africa. Yes, I was talking about Red Bull, but funny enough, they always bring new things. Starting from Christian Horner discrediting George Russell said, and I've always said it. In the first race, I said it. The second race, I said it. Australia, I said that's the third race. Now we're going to Baku. I'm saying it again. And George Russell said it that he believes Red Bull are sandbagging. I tell you, there's a lot of performance inside that Red Bull. That Red Bull has performance. They have a lot of juice behind them. They are just hiding because they know they want to win the competition. So with the penalties, with everything around them, they are hiding a little of that juice. The thing is, Christian Horner did not really say, yeah, it's true or not. He just said, a lot of teams, we hide some things and hide some things, not bring their potentials and things like that. Oga, you are sandbagging. You guys have a lot of potential in that car that you are not showing because other teams are low. They are very slow. I believe Red Bull, see, the issues I've been saying it. But now, with George Russell confirming it through the races, I believe Red Bull has close to 2 seconds ahead of every other team presently because Dakar has been confirmed. In 2021, Hamilton brought an upgrade to Brazil. That upgrade in the engine was called rocket. He was able to come from 25 to win that race. But this Red Bull is a rocket ship, not the engine. The whole car itself is a rocket ship. So, I'm telling you, it's going to be difficult for any team to beat Red Bull this season. I'm saying it again. But I still believe they would not win the championship. My bad. Well, Checo Perez's saga and Max Verstappen, I still believe Red Bull has an eye on Daniel Ricciardo coming back. And from everything Daniel Ricciardo and Christian Horner they're saying recently, I think if Checo Perez is smart, he should just look for another team or take a year rest and come back to F1 in 2025 because I'm not seeing Red Bull giving him another contract for 2024. Quote it. I don't see Red Bull giving him another contract. He's running out of contract this year. I don't see Red Bull giving him another contract. That being said, for that rocket ship that Red Bull are carrying up and down, continue. Red Bull, continue carrying a rocket ship, and F1 should not look into it because Frederick Vasseur of Ferrari is saying F1 should look into it because he is so amazed with that amazing speed. Oga, listen, Red Bull did a very good job. Even if they don't own up to, they cheated. We all know they cheated, but I'm not here to say Red Bull cheated. I'll still say Red Bull cheated because that car is not normal. By all calculations, by all means, that car is not normal. But let's leave that. Leave Red Bull to their success. They are doing well. But it's paining us because F1 races should not be just in one motion. And going to Max Verstappen talking about him not accepting different faces of Oga, you guys have a rocket. Everybody will have issues. Are you afraid of the issues you would have? I've said it before. We want to watch beautiful races, and I'm saying it again. We want to watch beautiful races. It's all dull for over 30 years. The format of the races has just been dull, except when they brought it out in 2021 that they should be sprint races, and it added spice to the weekend. For over 30 years, it has seriously been this Friday, Saturday format, then Sunday race. And these cars are better now. These cars are super now. Red Bull, don't make the races dull. Not because you are the winning team or whatever. Don't make us look like we don't know what you are doing in F1. Don't make us look like dummies. Let us enjoy Formula One, as in, let there be spice. Like, one practice, just one practice, set up your car, let your engineers get to work, set up your car. Qualifying instead of second practice. On Saturday, one lap shootout to determine the sprint race. Sprint race in the afternoon on Saturday, then we go for the race. It brings more value. And more value, to cap it, the value issue with Paramount Plus coming to F1. F1 is trying to diversify, to bring more money into the sport, to bring more channel or inclusiveness into the sport. And inclusiveness means different ways of making money and making their sport well known. We can see the impact of Netflix, although a negative impact on F1 in some of their entertainment aspects because they want to bring more entertainment and it's affecting the sport. But we can still see how it has expanded the sport globally. And we can see how 2021 really changed the face of F1. The battle between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen and some other top drivers really changed the way people perceive the sport in this recent decade. And we know that would work more if Paramount Plus comes in. It's going to be a game changer for Formula One in US and in South America especially, and a game changer for Paramount Plus in Europe and some other parts where they are not recognized. And as we know, Disney owns ESPN. ESPN is a broadcaster for F1 in America. Netflix in there is a good thing. We already saw the Paramount effort in Australia with their billboards, with their advert for Kiefer Sutherland's movie. It's going to be a big thing and great thing for F1. So I'm a part of it for F1. I'm a part of it. I love them bringing so many things on board and value-oriented things. It's going to be great with F1. Now, to Calvin Lewis is trying to invest in F1, and it's a gist that we've heard of. Though Calvin Lewis is closer to Williams Racing, so we don't know if he's going to put his money in Williams or if he's going to bring a new team into F1. But it's going to be interesting what he wants to do, because what he's trying to do is one of the things we are trying to do, but he's doing it in a very beautiful way because he has the money, he has the finances already. He's trying to come into F1. He's worth $1.8 billion, so he's trying to bring his money into F1, bring inclusiveness, which means he wants more Asian drivers in F1, and he wants to build academy in which F1 drivers and F1 back teams will be trained in Singapore and around Asia, which is a drive, which is one of the things we want to see in F1. Though we're having more Asian drivers in F1. We have Zhou Guanyu of Alfa Romeo. We have Yuki Tsunoda, a Japanese descent in Alpha Tauri. It's going to be great, and if more teams comes in, people being diverse, F1 being more diverse, it's going to be beautiful and it's going to be something great. We want that in Africa also. We want to be able to be part of that change in Africa, and it's going to be beautiful. And from Calvin Lowe, like I said, he has a fortune of 1.8 billion that he amassed through insurance for high-end wealthy people. So he's been able to make his money. He lives in Singapore. He's of his Singapore descent. It's going to be great for F1 seeing such happen. Now, going to Haas and Schumacher, they've really put a stop to their friendship since last year. I think I know why that case is because of the Netflix Drive to Survive, because Gunther Steiner keeps complaining about how Mick Schumacher wrecks cars. Haas is a small team, we all know that. They are trying to manage their resources, and I think F1 is a management team. But no matter how managing F1 is damaging also. And F1 nearly ruined Mick Schumacher's career. If he is complaining, there are lots of drivers that ruined a lot of cars. Verstappen ruined a lot of cars. He ruined a lot of engines and cars in his first 3-4 years in F1. And his father was there, and they were able to keep pushing him in F1, and that was how he was able to win championship. Some other drivers did that, but I think him being criticized by Gunther Steiner could be right to some extent, and I think he's right, because F1 cars are very expensive, 100% very expensive. And I think if his father had been there, it would have been easier. Like Toto Wolff said, Michael Schumacher had been there with his son, it would have been easier. Emotionally, the boy would have gotten through with his father's backup, with his father being around him to help him through those times he's going through and how to navigate. But he's just there on his own with nobody around him to help him, to keep him navigated. A lot of super drivers in F1 have their parents there to guide them, because most of their parents were there when they were growing up, when they were nurturing their dreams. So it would have been easier for him, I believe. But be it as it may, I think Gunther Steiner should take it easy with him. Look for a way to help him, even if he's going to ask him. He should not just have done that right in the face of camera and make the guy look so bad. Daniel Ricciardo had a terrible season with McLaren, and Daniel Ricciardo is a top driver. He's one of the top drivers in F1, top driver. But the car he's driving is different from what he could handle. That is what Hamilton is complaining with the recent Mercedes, and some other teams are complaining with the machinery they have. So it is something that we need to also look at so that we don't judge, we don't weigh in on drivers in situations in which they should not be. Also, a sweet one for couples that want to get married. But the sweet thing is, you can all get married at the Enzo Edino Ferrari International Circuit in Imola. For couples that are chronic F1 fans and they love F1 to the depth. they cannot get married there. I know what? It's not free. For people that are from Himola, that are from Imola town, they get married for 410 euros. But people coming outside of that place is just 820 euros. So you can get married at that intersection of 18 Senna intersection, can get married there. So for you F1 lovers, that want to get married, those young lovers that want to get married, that place is now open for you to go and get married. Go and, there are nice places in Italy to see, nice places in Rome, nice places in Naples. There are beautiful places, and you can also take a train or a boat to Austria, Vienna, and you can also visit the Papal Palace, that is a Roman cathedral. There are beautiful places, and if you want to cut corners, you can take a boat back towards the municipality and you can go to Monaco. It's not so far from Monaco. Enjoy some time, but it's official. You can get married there. So for couples, get it done. But it is great. It's going to be a great season, as you've seen, and the Baku race is going to be lit. I believe it's going to be lit because a lot of teams are bringing upgrades. Possibly we'll see another phase of Red Bull and another lifting in Red Bull, how they would be able to bring themselves forward and show some of their raw pace. And let's see that. We give you more gist, more updates before Baku. Watch out for Baku. We love you. Chill. Bye. If you're a builder, if you're an art collector, if you have a showroom, Rated is the best place to get the artworks you need for your new buildings, for your art collections, for your showroom, for your exhibition. Rated Art have one of the best murals, mosaic works, and different art patterns in Nigeria presently. And it's somebody that you can communicate with, talks to you, you tell him what you want, and he will bring the reality out for you. To contact Rated Art, his number is right up here. And you can also go on social media links that are pasted right up here. So check out some of his works. Thank you. Teams Gadget. Teams Gadget is for those of you that cannot easily go to the market to get your phones, your laptops, your accessories. Just place a call through. His phone number is there. It gets you the best. It's your shop plug to get you the best phones, accessories, laptops, games, and other accessories for your computer gaming experience. Contact Teams Gadget and you get them for you.